Alright, so in this one we are going to be doing my prediction of what the next Ultra could be. Just to address some things, Twitter been popping. You guys seen Twitter lately? I wish I noticed this last night with my drunken escapades there when I was having the gameplay not even record. And it was, well, it did record. It just corrupted, which, that was great. Awesome times. Hopefully it doesn't happen here in this recording. I'm just showing off the stuff that I want to show off. But Virgil and I made a tier list. Apologize for background noise, by the way. We made a tier list. That'll probably go up. I think we're going to upload at the same time. I actually don't have it. He's going to edit it. We're going to upload the same exact thing. Bro, are you dead ass? Thank you. Appreciate it. It's going to upload probably the same time. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow or Sunday. I prefer it's tomorrow, but we'll see. I'll, get all the details for that. I'll probably know by the time this video goes up anyways. So yeah, again, you guys watched that drunken video. Bro, I was just tired. I was like, you know what? How do I sleep and make a video? Boom. We managed both out. So that was all that. Again, this will be an Ultra prediction, but again, that tier list is popping. People are pissed. Bro, I got death threats. Literally DM'd and emailed death threats for a video on a tier list. Well, not even a video on it that that people don't agree with our tier list. Like, it's wild, bro. There's a lot of man, it is tough. We got MV very high. It's all I'll say right now. It's probably gonna be a thumbnail, all honesty, but nonetheless, check that out tomorrow. If you are new, enjoy the content, feel free to subscribe. We are attempting to hit 16,000 subscribers. At 16,000, my favorite number is 16. We'll be doing a, I guess you'd call it a costume, right? We should, around the ballpark of, I would say, Halloween, get there. That's my ambition, at least. If not, we'll have Halloween anyways. We'll get there, and then you guys get to pick the costume via Twitter, via the community posts, via comments. Like, I'll ask on certain videos for like a week straight. The one with most comments and likes and all these things will get that pick for the costume. So you guys are picking my costume. Basically, I could even go around. If you guys want to see this, let me know. Again, it's just a big-ass intro for Halloween and, like, record that shit. Like, not doing Halloween shit, but, like, with the costume, doing some. It would just be cringy shit. But hey, fuck it, it's content. I mean, I get drunk on fucking videos, so why not do more? But nonetheless, into the video here. With all the introductions out of the way, I have hair in my mouth. Not good. Tastes like shit. Great, got it. The next Ultra. So, I like to look at this little thing called context clues. And Legends hates context clues, because if I just look down here, I see Trunks, and I saw, hey, Free Cell came out, I saw Buhan came out, and I saw a little bit of regen buffs with Kid Boo's plat. I saw some things happening for regen. And then we got LF Trunks. So context clues don't mean jack shit. But maybe I can bullshit that there are some context clues here to mean something more than nothing. To look at it, we have a new movies plat. Now I will say, that's for cooler. Probably doesn't allude to anything. But we have a new movies plat. Okay, we have Free Metal Cooler movies. We have Cooler movies. We have Bowser movies. So I feel like it's more safe than unsafe. Also, we have Slug Zenkai movies. 4 out of the 5 things, actually. I mean, I could just say it's 5 out of the 5 because I could exclude Mr. Mecha Frieza, who's not PO. Then Goku Black, I could include 4 of the 5 things we do have as movie buffs. So you would think this part 2 that seemingly is coming with the video and stuff we're going to get announced would probably be an LF Zenkai announced, and then the Ultra announced, then the LF Zenkai's next week, and then the Ultra would be the subsequent week, because this celebration does end mid-October. We're not going to just end on 2 weeks of dryness. That's not how Legends works. They want your money. They're going to get your money, probably. So, be ready for what that money is going to be for. Now, with being some movie buffs, I would presume, okay, maybe they're done with the movie buffs, but then I look at the raid, and I don't know if this is indicative of anything. People told me maybe it kind of could mean something. Again, I don't know, because we got MV Zenkai, and that was the only alluding to Trunks we got. Like, there was 0 besides that. People thought it'd be a Vegeta, because we got Vegeta, like, every August. It wasn't even Vegeta. So their alluding just doesn't make any sense. Again, movie enemy, by the way. Movie enemy, and then not your actual boost units, because it's a new character, it's going to be like that. Your Hoi Poi boost units. Now, it makes sense to be movie-related characters, but why is it that same Vegeta that's viable with Z-Power? I guess it makes sense to be viable with Z-Power, but why is it that this EX Super Saiyan Vegeta is one of them? This could allude to the unit having a similar tag, if not being from the similar movie, if not being something subsequent to that. So he's Super Saiyan, movie characters, Super Saiyans. You see where I'm going here? That's a PO, BROLY. Or you do think of Janemba from that movie. Nothing else really points me to Janemba besides that EX Vegeta because he is Z-Power given. And then if you go back to the PO LBR thing, we have Full Power Frieza, the OG one, his Z-Power given out. I didn't really understand it. I kind of get it now. Someone told me, I think it was that it alluded to Cooler because you're getting OG Full Power Frieza Zenkai Z-Power that kind of, it's LOE, right? They kind of go together in that mishmash. I feel like that's a little bit of a stretch, but it does make sense. And if this Vegeta's following that same thought process, okay, well, he has a Super Saiyan tag, and if it's been beyond base tags, not sagas, well, BROLY, PO, movies, there's like 6 or 7 different movie buffs. I feel like BROLY is that option there that could be, again, I'm not going to say concrete, but this is the one everyone's thinking, right? I think BROLY, if I'm going to just gauge a color, gauge an opinion on what it really could be and what it kind of wants to be, yellow wouldn't be it, because Cooler, no shit. Blue would be okay. He's competing with Ultra Gogeta, and again, I think this is the Ultra, obviously, that's coming out. Blue would be okay. I don't know if it would be great. I don't really like the idea of Blue because Ultra Gogeta is still, like, if you don't consider him top 2, fine. Like, he's top 5. Like, minimum top 5 Ultra Gogeta. You can't downplay further than that. I refuse to believe it. Then this guy's going to have to compete with that. Given Cooler just, stole the game as number 1. You look at Trunks. He ain't stealing the game. You look at, LF's prior to, or even Ultra Kaioken after his boost ended. They stole the game for a little bit, and then they just fell flat on their face. Given, I think Ultra Kaioken is a little over-slandered. I don't think he's much over-slandered, but he's a little over-slandered. Especially now, he probably has a little bit more value. But this is an Ultra, and if they're just competing with another Ultra, I guess that's good for the team of movies, but do they need double Ultras? And we already have a Blue Ultra? I just don't. I don't see it being blue. I hope it's not yellow for the sake of killing the unit on arrival, because he's yellow. What is my man's doing? Like, he can be run with Cooler. That's great. But then at that point, you're forced to always run like a situation of Ultra Gogeta, and you have to have double Ultras. Because Broly would probably be good enough to run individually as a solo character. I'll give it be like as a base kit, but then you'd have to run Ultra Gogeta to stop the Cooler, because you already have the Super Saiyans, you're already screwing yourself, and Broly's already individually good enough. So I feel like blue or yellow, kind of off the table. I hope it's off the table. I really don't want it to be on the table. Cooler was done a correct color, and that's good. But I fear that could change, because I thought Cooler would be green to really screw over Dragon Fist users, but that's a whole different story there. Purple, yes, I would be down. Purple, the thing with that, I don't say it's a problem. I say it's interesting, because if he's purple, you think of it like this. Ultra Vegito lost value because he is being somebody that's not really needed to stop purples. Like, you don't need to stop purple right now. Like, the purples are okay, but they're probably the worst solo color. Like, the power of a purple unit to, like, a red. Like, let me compare the best purple, which would be maybe Cell or Revival Gohan. Whoever your take is, Cell or Revival Gohan, I think. Wait, before I say some dumb shit. Yeah, Cell or Revival Gohan would be the best purple, right? Arguably, at that point. People might say Cell a lot more Revival Gohan. I think it's either or. I think they're interchangeable as best purple. And I compare, like, okay, red, Cooler's number 1. I compare blue. Okay, Gogeta's number 2 to me. Okay, let's say yellow. Ultra Vegito is number 3. So then I compare green. Green would probably be LF Trunks to me at this point, right? So these are top tier units, with it being number 1, number 2, top 5, and then Trunks probably being like somewhere in the top 10. Cell being in the top 10, but then after that, it's like, who's your purples that are damaging? Atlefsa ain't really damaging. Jiren's tanky, but he's not going to be something crazy on that, right? So Vegito's value doesn't need to, like, exist, but with Broly coming, if he is purple, then Vegito's value skyrockets back up. I think purple's a good color to retain Vegito's premise, and I think they want to retain Vegito's premise, so I actually think purple is more logical to keep their, like, this is their money bag. Vegito's their money bag. They don't want him to die out, so making him purple Broly gives Vegito incentive to come to match, but then you have Cooler counting him out, so it's just a counter out situation, but it makes both units relevant. I don't think Vegito gains infinite relevancy to, like, number 1 again because of that. I think he gains more if this guy's purple, which again seems like a good money move for Legends because purple needs the help. On top of it makes Vegito relevant, and people want their Vegitos. You know, they don't want to see him not number 1. He wouldn't be number 1 still, but they want to see him higher than a placement lower than number, 5. Yeah, I think right now he is equal to 5, if not right next to 5, 6 at that point. And then green to be the last one. I think it's okay. Dragon Fist, I think, has taken a hit, if not offensively, very much defensively, to where I don't think he's core. I think core movies is blue, red, purple. I don't think that's really that debatable. I don't think it's that hot button, unless you have a low star Revhan, then you might run Dragon Fist over him, obviously. But if you have Cooler, Gogeta, Revhan, there's no changing that core. If this guy's green, that would obviously change it. You would probably play Survival Gohan. And then Dragon Fist is already replaced on movies, in my opinion, on that setup. So if he's green, I think that's good. I think purple's the best, though. In all, like, for the game, for, like, this unit's aging and this unit's aging, like, all these units aging. And honestly, color synergy for red and purple, obviously. Red, blue, purple is still the thing that we could run. And run this guy over Revhan, obviously. It would be better for aging of other units if he's purple. So purple probably is the color for him. To touch on the other two I do have here, I don't think it's Super Baby 2. This is more Copium because GT needs the buff. Regen needs the buff. He's still PO. Maybe he is it. If he were to exist, anything. Legitimately, well, I would hope he's range type as Regen. Actually, I hope he's strike based. Never mind. I hope he's strike based as Cell exists. Obviously, don't be purple because Cell exists. Red would be fine. Green would be fine. Blue would be fine. Kid Buu exists. Kid Buu's good. Kid Buu's pretty solid, but he's nothing crazy, right? And then yellow. Literally anything besides purple, if this guy existed, be fine. GT needs every color in the game. Yeah, they do. Even Forku. Oh, man. Forku, like, he's cool, but, like, I don't know. I feel like the idea of, hey, my allies have to get their ass beat, it's a falling down idea to where, like, it's not, you know, I don't like it anymore. Like, it was okay when units weren't doing this much, but they're just doing too much. Where my allies get my ass beat, Mans might not even be fully built up by the time his whole team's dead, because how dead his team is. I think if this guy existed, he could be anything besides purple. It'd be great. Regen needs it. GT really needs it. If GT's anniversary, this could be something that kind of like pushes a threaded needle of, hey, here's your one GT buff, anniversary GT again, summon now, and you'll have better stuff later. You know, there's your help that you're getting after a year of no GT characters being summonable. We finally got you with the Ultra. I hope. By the way, he's also a Saiyan, so it's like, oh, I honestly prefer if this guy existed over Broly, because again, Broly will get innately screwed over as just being a Super Saiyan. Whatever his color is, he innately gets screwed over. If he's not screwing himself over as being a blue unit, and then, you know, obviously Cooler will be neutral to him, he will be a unit that screw over his team, just like Ultra Vegito screws over his team. He's not bad per se, but he screws over his team, so that's why Vegito would go down in value. If this guy came out, well, this man ain't a Super Saiyan, it would be better for just overall diversity as well. Like, Super Baby 2 would probably be the best diversity that we could get. And then the last one would be Mr. Janemba. I only say Janemba because, again, you see that EX Vegeta, that kind of makes sense and flows with the idea. Again, Baby literally has no reason to be on this list. It's just copium on copium. But Janemba kind of flows with the idea. A lot of movie buffs as well. Who knows? If he did come, again, Regen, he needs to fucking help Regen. Like, there's some Regen units that don't even help Regen, and it's just tough times. Like, Cell, you ain't fucking running Cell and Regen ever in your life. Like, the Pure Crypt's even worse. Bro, Cell's Pure is worse on Regen than it is on Future. I get it, he's from the future, but, like, bro, why don't they have equivalent Pures? Like, it's really sad for Regen, because their Pure on Blast is amazing, but their Pure Strike is only 5, and it's like, this ain't Saiyans. Like, it's not that fucking vast. Regen's like a third, a fourth of the number of characters of Saiyans, and yet the same Pure equip percentage, it's like, look at hybrids, bro. They got a fucking almost, they got near double. Near fucking double. It's fucking wild. But Janemba, Regen, I would say strike-based because movies is more strike-based. Regen's more strike-based because of Cell. Even if you value Kid Buu and Buuhan as like a duo, which I would say is an okay synergy. You know, they don't really have much utility behind them, but they can do okay damage. They can do fine damage. They have good burst potential. Still strike base is it's just a way, because how good Cell is. Like, Cell clears and makes units want to be what they want to be. But again, not red. Not red. Cooler exists. Don't make him red. Just don't replace the new LF. Thanks. Appreciate it. You've done that before. Don't do it now. Good stuff. Blue, he's not... dude, if he did replace Ultra Gogeta, I'd be impressed. Again, Ultra Gogeta is very hard to replace, but a little easier right now. Because of Cooler, Gogeta actually is in a spot to be replaceable by a separate Ultra coming out, if not LF. But, you know, this obviously being an Ultra coming out, or maybe. I mean, it could not be an Ultra. It could just be nothing. It doesn't really make sense to be nothing. But let's say it's an Ultra coming out, because that's the whole fucking point of the video. Him being blue, this would be the time to replace Gogeta as the Ultra of, like, I mean, the fucking year to use right now, because he's basically a year old coming up here. He would be the one. Janemba could do it. I mean, I would be shocked if he did it, but I'd be happy with it. Having the fusions kind of fall down. Dude, Gogeta's been relevant as like a top 5 unit minimum, I would say, for 9 months. Like, let my mans rest. Like, let him be. He's aged way too well. Let my mans be. There's units that are a lot newer than him, that are a lot lower than him. Look at Trunks, bro. I know he's an LF. Cooler's a fucking LF. They don't know what the fuck they're doing with balance with LFs to Ultras. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Look at those droids. Look at where they are. They cannot rest. But let Gogeta rest. Let the first Ultra Sonable rest. Blue, it would actually probably be the best color, because he probably could replace Gogeta. Green? Well, it's the same thing as Broly, right? Because it's movies. I mean, yeah, he go with Cooler, red and green. But then purples are already rising. So it's like I'd prefer blue or purple. Because blue for Gogeta's sake, because that man could fall down. Even more so, it'd make MV fall down, because you don't really have to... Well, would it make MV fall down? I think MV and Gogeta would inherently fall down. I don't know. It's hard to, like, prejudge that. But I think blues wouldn't be as needed, because you'd have a very strong blue obviously out, so the other blues would just inherently go down, because they're not as needed anymore, right? They'd be stopped, these red units, by this new blue Ultra. But I would say purple, bro. I just think purple needs the help, because their individual solo unit... Again, I look at green. I'm looking at this here. I see Trunks. Cool. Great. I see Angel Gold and Frieza. I see Super Saiyan Blue, Green, Vegeta. Green needs help, but purple has 2 in Revival Gohan and Cell. Then has First Form. First Form's not damaged. Then has Jiren. Jiren's really not damaged. He's tanky. He's a beefy boy, but he's not damaged. Then they have Mecha. Mecha is... He's okay. He's very good, honestly. But he needs really high stars. Like, First Form is a lot more clearing Mecha in a lot of scenarios, because you have high stars on First Form. So I think green and purple need the help, but I want purple to get the help more. Because I expect something outlandish for Legends Fest. Just, obviously, the one color that's already missing, be that, you know, Ultra character, right? So green, if we don't have one, purple, if we don't have one, etc., etc. And I'd rather just be during Legends Fest for that green, because purples haven't had a rise since last Legends Fest. Like, that's when purples were relevant, right? Was that not it? GV meta? Mono purple? You guys remember? Purples haven't been like that, because I just named the units. Cell, Revon, these are pre-Legends Fest units, right? Purple needs to help a little bit more. Greens have been relevant. Angel Gold and Frieza, very good. Trunks, very good. Green Vegeta, I mean, that Zenkai, man, he was pretty good for a while. Dragon Fist was top 5 for a few months here. I mean, people still think he's top 5. I can see an argument for him being higher. Well, not higher than that. Well, yeah, maybe 4th. Maybe MUI him swap. But I could see an argument of him being like a top 10 unit still. And then Purple's got Whis. They got Whis. And, I mean, that's about it. Whis and Mecha. And then Jiren got a Plat, which doesn't make his damage crazy. Again, Jiren doesn't change much in output. He just exists as, like, a better unit to be what he wanted, which was a tanky boy that could do better as last man standing. He doesn't... Not perfect, but he does a lot better. On top of... Bro. Cell should not be the best purple right now. I'm just saying. Cell should not be, like, a debatable with Revival Gohan. Neither should be a debatable best purple right now. And they are. And it's like... That's pretty spooky. Like, purple needs, like, that unit. So I hope Janemba's purple. If it's Broly, I hope he's purple. If it's Baby, I hope he's... Dude, I don't give a fuck. Fucking make him. Just make him happen, please. And then people are saying Cell Max. I put up the poll. So we're saying Cell Max. I don't think he's able to come into games yet, because wouldn't it work that if this character from this movie by this company could be in games, they'd be in every game at the same exact time to increase the hype of that character, or even like previews to that character, trailers to that character? I feel like we would have seen some stuff, because Dokkan doesn't even have the Gammas, and we don't even have like a superhero Gohan, right? Like, we're missing stuff to even build up anticipation of Cell Max. So I don't think he's coming for this. He would be PO, he would be regen, he'd be a lot of buffs to actually need. Androids regen, Androids don't need a buff, because they have blue, red, purple. Honestly, Androids blue, red, purple is pretty slept on. It's pretty solid, actually. But, you know, you have some tags being buffed there that need the help. Would Cell Max be Future? I guess not, but it is Cell. But it's not Cell. It's different embodiment, recreation. Yeah, it wouldn't be Future. But nonetheless, he's probably not coming. We haven't seen anything that alludes to him. Maybe we will. Maybe I'm wrong. Hope I'm wrong, because I'd love to see a new character like that come into the game. But let me guys think of what Ultra is to come. If there is one coming, again, I think BROLY is the front runner for most people. Janemba is kind of like a side option. Super Baby 2 is like the Coper option. And then from there, I don't see anything. Again, Cell Max, I don't really see. What I even put on the poll, actually? I'm curious. What did I say? That could be the Ultra that's coming. Merz Masu, I mean, we just got DBZ. Not DBZ, Goku Black. And then I said, yeah, Janemba, yeah, Cell Max. Exactly, I said literally all these options. But Merz Masu, we literally just got Goku Black. And I guess that could be alluding to it. And Future does get buffed 22 million times a year. So, who knows? Let me know what you guys think of what Ultra is coming. What would you want from them? And I'll see you guys in the next one.